While the conflict is escalating across the world, it's also having major impacts on our economy, from gas prices to the stock market.
All right, Wall Street rallying from a sharp drop at opening bell after President Biden further expanded sanctions on Russia. Dana Arshan here now with more on the wild swings for the global markets. Dana.
Stephen, Lori, the Russian invasion causing markets to take dramatic turns. This comes as we're already seeing record levels of inflation and supply chain issues continuing from the pandemic. As for gas prices, the national average here right now is around $3.50 a gallon, but that's expected to soon rise.
We all want to think about markets over time, but on a day like today, we're looking at it from minute to minute to second.
Economist Peter Borish weighing in on stocks and how Americans will be affected by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. He doesn't want us to panic as numbers shift, but to be smart and thoughtful with how we handle our investments. He suggests not making adjustments based on news or emotion.
Is inflation going to pick up? Is government spending going to pick up? And what's monetary policy? Those are the three things one needs to think about before they make any personal portfolio adjustments.
Stocks took wild turns all day on Thursday here in the U.S. and across the globe. You can also expect to see gas prices rise at the pumps here as crude oil surged above $100 a barrel for the first time since 2014.
At some point, they'll come back down. When exactly that happens and how high they'll go before that happens is a question that's nearly impossible to answer at this point.
President Biden says his administration is using every tool at its disposal to try and prevent rising prices at the pump. These surging prices stem from the unease about the possible disruption of Russian supplies, since Russia is a major oil producer. Gas prices were already high before this, and economist Desmond Lachman doesn't expect prices to drop anytime soon.
You have now the oil price shock coming from Russia. You've got grain shock coming from Ukraine. There's a great deal of geopolitical uncertainty. There's a great deal of inflation. Equity valuations are still very high, that the average American should be cautious.
And you just heard that economist mention grain. We can expect to see prices soon rise at grocery stores across the globe. Russia and Ukraine are major producers not only of energy products, but also of grains and various other commodities. Stephen, Lori.
All right, thanks, Dana.